Welcome back to this very special program on Ion TV, Ion Exclusive. We were discussing this special event coming up on the 27th of August, organized by MasterChef Promotions, whose CEO and the chairperson, Brother Roy Salibai, is with us here. And in the first part, it is so some interesting and so much has come out of him to learn about this industry and the history and his incoming to this platform and how MasterChef Promotions was created. Now, come the 27th of August, I would like Brother Royce Alibai to give us some input. What's happening on 27th of August?
So 27th of August, it's a Wednesday evening, the gala dinner. So what happened was, over last 6 months, a lot of the restaurants took part on it. This time we are not doing the Chef Award, we're doing Restaurants Awards. So basically Chef Awards will take more longer time. So we did the Restaurant Award this year. So all the restaurants has entered the competition.
How many?
In total, I think it was around...
Hundreds?
No, it's about over 700 restaurants.
700?
700 restaurants, over thousands of votes. So what will happen, we've said to the restaurant enters themselves or by their customers, and what they do is they tell their customers, vote for us. So the customer goes in and they will vote for each region. So
that's a fair system, you could say.
Absolutely. So basically, the customer is the main body of your voting.
Yeah.
So you tell your restaurant is busy, you want to promote your restaurant, you tell your customers, what did you think about our food? What did you think about our service? Can you go online and just vote? So the voting stayed for about a few months.
All these restaurants from all over UK?
All over UK. It's a national one. So basically they entered, the customer voted, then the voting process stopped, then we looked at the votes, then we saw if this restaurant had 5-star, 4-star hygiene, minimum is 4-star hygiene, 5-star they have to have. And then we've decided, we have gone mystery diners. I've personally gone to quite a lot of restaurants myself to show my face and see how they're doing. And I think, it was very, very difficult to judge all these people. But in my eyes, I say to them, whoever took part on this competition, I think they're all winners. If you don't try and if you don't advocate yourself that how good you are, then how would people know?
So how many shortlists are coming on to this 27th?
There's around 30 categories. 30 categories.
30 categories?
Yes, 30 categories. So
should we listen to some of the categories?
Yes, so we've got Restaurant of the Year, we've got Fine Dine of the Year, we've got Casual Dining of the Year, we've got the Vegetarian Restaurant of the Year, we have Banqueting Hall of the Year.
Oh, they also come into
count?
It's
Because a business event as well. We got Entrepreneur, the new Business Woman of the Year, Businessman of the Year, Young Entrepreneur of the Year. So we've catered for everybody who we can actually showcase, recognize them, give them a recognition, and from that recognition, it gives them a kudos to go to a next platform, which I said earlier in my first segment, that after winning the award, I just thought how I can go next stage to promote that industry. So there's going to be a lot of Roy Salis in this industry who will come out of this MasterChef promotion and promote their industry, our industry. This is our bread and butter. We shouldn't forget about it, what catering Bangladeshi restaurant industry has given us. And it doesn't matter how I've made money in other sector, in properties, in any other sector, but I will say the hospitality is the grassroots of our Bangladeshi catering industry.
Thank you, Royce Bhai. Before we move on to another subject, I would like to ask you this question. On the 27th, on the backdrop, I see a lot of famous faces there. Do you have any famous faces on the 27th on the event?
Well, we've got host, which is a BBC presenter, Nadia Ali.
Wow.
We've got former Miss England, Barsha Mukherjee, former Miss England. There's Miss England is one of our partners. There's going to be a lot of former Miss England and present Miss Englands are coming in as well. So there's going to be MPs, hoping we would get ministers as well. We've invited them, and even in parliamentary, even the 10 Downing Street. There's a lot of guests may come from there. So we have invited them, and within next few days we should get their listing that who's coming. But yeah, there's going to be high profile guests are going to be in our event. It is a very high profile program. So
what is the figure you're expecting, the total figure of this event?
Around 700 to 800 guests.
So it's a big event.
It's a big event, and it's held at the top leading hotels, Hilton.
Yeah.
Hilton is a brand.
It is.
We are a brand in our own hospitality industry. In the curry industry, MasterChef promotion, it has a legacy and a pedigree. People recognize it's one of the hospitality awards we want to achieve. We have chefs, we have restaurateurs. They feel that if they receive the MasterChef event, they can take it to the media and say, we have got this award by a recognized body, which gives us the platform to promote our restaurants and takeaways.
Thank you, Roshbhai. Now it's a different subject now, although it's in the catering. Now, over the years, I understand this industry has started in the 50s, late 50s, from my research. Some 20 years ago, I saw a survey saying that out of about 20,000 Indian restaurants and takeaways throughout the whole of the UK, 18,000 plus is owned by Bangladeshis, and the workers are also Bangladeshis. But we've always labeled the restaurant as an Indian restaurant. MasterChef Promotions, have you taken any kind of initiative to bring that Bangladeshi name in front in this industry?
The reason why I wanted to, I like to congratulate every chef. It doesn't matter what nationality it is. Hence why I've called it Master Chef. You are become a master in your field, Master Chef. So our chefs are from wide communities. They're from host communities, they're from Afro-Caribbean, they're from Bangladeshi, they're Thai, they're Turkish, so different blend of chefs. Because we have got so many awards just confined with curries. But this Master Chef is not confined. You are a chef, you got a culinary skills, your flair, we want to see.
Okay, Master Chef is in a different platform.
Yes.
Yeah, it's universal, more universal.
Universal. This is why people want, they're urging, they said, look, we want to be nominated, we want to put our name forward. We see the Master Chef, when we get some sort of recognition by the Master Chef promotions, this will give us a lot of kudos in our industry, in our restaurant when we promote. Because I think it doesn't matter, once you worked in hospitality and you're a chef, you could do anything. If you're a chef and a quality chef, it's not rocket science. If it's a builder, he can build a bungalow, or a garage, he can build a house. So long as you got that mindset, any chefs can be the best. It's what I want, the quality out of it. The product, the produce. Yeah, I mean, to me, I like fish and chips. I like roast dinner, Sunday roast dinner, and I like curry. But if it's cooked well by anybody, then it's fantastic. So if an English person says, look, this is the roast Sunday dinner, this is how it's cooked, I love it. If a Cypriot guy, he knows how to cook a fish and chips, nice cod fish and chips, not oily, nice and crispy, I know that's a good. So food, when you're a food lover, you can taste a chicken tikka masala and a fish and chips or Sunday roast dinner. You can actually say, right, which is good. If the curry is lousy, you can say the fish and chips is good. You may say, well, this is spicy. No, it's the quality. We look at the quality.
On the 27th of August, this great event you've got in the Birmingham Metropole Hilton Hotel, it is the way I'm hearing everything from you is it's going to be a big event with big personalities there. And as you mentioned that we got 30 categories there. So that means we're going to have at least 30 winners from all these categories.
Yeah.
Have you deployed judges for this, and where are they from?
Yeah, the judges are from our historic judges. They've been there from day one. They've always supported us. They will look at their food hygiene. They will look at their trip advisors.
How many judges are there?
We've got 2 judges.
For all these 30 categories?
Yeah. But the thing is, it's very simple. The way they wanted to see is these restaurants across the country, do they tick the boxes? Food hygiene, presentation, restaurant ambience, do they tick this? And we can get nowadays, modern society, you don't have to go to every one of them. Nowadays, it's readily available. You can get that through internet and various other ways. And the way we've had this year is not physically they're cooking, so chefs are cooking, then you really need more judges to taste the food. But this year is all about their presentation, making sure the rating is there, the 5-star rating.
It's restaurants, isn't it?
Yeah, restaurants of the year. But if it was tasting food, then we had 4 or 5 judges will taste the food, the chefs will be cooking, and once they're cooking, they will bring each plate at each time and they will taste the food. So this year is a restaurant year. So hence why it's less work, but it was like planning for last 8-9 months, you know?
So 8-9 months of planning and build up, and it looks it's going to be a very costly event for you to manage. Do you have any sponsors on this project?
Well, we have headline sponsors, and without any program, as you know, if you don't have sponsors, if you don't have people supporting you, you can't run the show, you know? So I'm really grateful for the sponsors who are supporting us, and inshallah, you know, it can only go big and better in future.
So this industry has been very close to our hearts, the curry industry for Bangladeshi community, especially the Sylheti community, because we've been here since the 50s, and we've thrived on this industry, and we have a good chunk of return from this industry. We can't deny that.
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. You can't deny that.
In the recent times, you and me have agreed before this program that this industry is fading away from our control. What initiatives can you take to keep hold of this industry for the Bangladeshi community?
Very good question, Joinalbhai. Absolutely wonderful. And it's a question where, you know, by doing all these awards, by getting people recognized, by different awardees are doing awards. And this is why I said earlier on, they need to recognize the right caliber chefs, right caliber restaurateurs, right caliber restaurants. When we recognize them, they will publicize, they will promote their restaurant, and they will stay. Otherwise, all these restaurants, within the next 15 years, 20 years, the crisis we have, the shortage of staff, the utility bills, there's so many issues, the staff wages, it will diminish. 15 years' time, our restaurant, from 12,000 restaurants, it will come to 5,000 restaurants or 6,000 restaurants, because the government still, after fighting all these organizations, they're lobbying to the MPs and ministers, their local MPs, local ministers. They're saying there's a big staff crisis. But none of the MPs, none of the council, no parliamentary is supporting this. And there you go, we have £4.2 billion turnover economy. We pay, tax paying to the British government, and they don't recognize it. It's bigger than British Steel. So I can't understand what is wrong with the government. Don't they recognize this industry, which has got 10, 15, 20,000 restaurants, loss of earning, loss of jobs, a lot of restaurants closing down, a lot of properties empty, boarding up. What's going to happen? There's going to be, you know, majority cities and towns, there's 30, 40 restaurants. You imagine 50%'s gone, is boarded up. What can you do with these buildings? You don't want an office, because office building, they don't want it in the city centre anymore. But what about the nightlife? What are we going to give to the people of the nightlife after they're having going out for a meal, or after pub they want to go for a curry? It's all going to be closed down because we cannot sustain the staff. The staff cost is so high. Getting a staff from abroad now is about £38,000. So how can we survive to have 2 staff when the restaurant can't make ends meet? And then you got the utility bill, and then you got other expense, overheads.
So if it's so expensive to bring staff from abroad, especially from Bangladesh, when it comes to Bangladeshi restaurants, how is there any way we can motivate the youngsters, the next generations after us in this country who are born and brought up in this country to come into this industry? How can we do that?
Well, I think the best way is, look, these youngsters, they know they don't want to work long hours. You don't have to work long hours. You just have to create a menu where it's suitable what the customer wants. You don't have to be there 7 days a week. You don't have to be there back in the days 4 o'clock in the morning. Nowadays, after 10:30, the restaurants are closed. 11 o'clock are closed. The eating time is around 6, 7 o'clock. So if you actually create your own menus, it could be a burger shop, it could be a kebab shop, it could be restaurant, or it can be fusion restaurant. But you have to change from a traditional curry house. That's what I will say. You have to give to your customer choice of dishes. So in your restaurant, it's a curry house, but you need to have some kebabs. You need to have some burger for the youngsters. You need to have some fish and chips for the youngsters as well. You've got to have a combination of different
I'm
menus.
not thinking about the youngsters coming into it. I'm asking you, how could we get the youngsters coming into work? Because the generation after us, the young generation, they are not interested in working in an Indian or Bengali restaurant.
We have to train them. It has to be homegrown. We have to.
But how do you attract them in the first place?
I mean, by having these awards, they find, some will find some exciting in it. You know, when they go to awards with their parents or watch them in the news, oh, this guy's won an award. What is he driving? How is his lifestyle? They look at it, they're very passionate to it. Because food industry, people have to eat. Whatever you say is not going to go away. If it's not Indian, then it's Chinese. If it's not Chinese, then it's Turkish. The food is there. People are there to serve. You have to be best at what you serve. Anything, you have to be best at it. So if you own a restaurant, your restaurant has to be the best in your area. You have to cater whatever you think is the best and what the customer wants. So you have to be best at your food, what you are serving to your customer.
On the 27th of August, this event you're doing is in Midlands. And obviously it is a big event, no doubt. And I understand from my research that you were the first one to do in the Midlands for the first time some years back, starting some years back. 2015 was it?
Yeah, 2015. The reason, I mean, all the awards happens in London, Scotland, Manchester, but nothing in Midlands.
Happened in Scotland and Manchester, but didn't happen in Birmingham or Midlands.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, you know, Midlands has got thousands of restaurants. You know, they need to be recognised. They need to have a bit of publicity. Hence why I came out with this idea. Living in the Midlands, I thought, let's start the Midlands. The amount of support, the amount of kudos I'm getting now is immense. You know, people are saying, look, make sure we're going to be entered. Well, I said, look, it's going to be in the media for the next year. Soon as we finish on the 27th, after a couple of weeks later, it'll be in the media for the next year. So be prepared, because we can only take 15, 20, 30 restaurants. We can't take thousands of restaurants. So if there's thousands of restaurants and you want to be part of it, MasterChef Promotion is here to promote you. And we would take that away. Whatever you see us on the 27th, you think that you can be part of it, support us, and we will be supporting you.
Are you still active as a chef, or you were more into promotions now?
No, I do a lot of, if there's any cookery programs or doing a cookery session at the BBC ITV or the Good Food Show, I take a stall, and whoever the product is, I would just promote their product. So I do a lot of TV programs, a lot of cooking, but I don't physically go into the kitchen. I miss that now and then, but then again, you know, I've got so much thing going on, you know, I prefer to come to talk to you and talk about the cuisine. I think I can give something back to the community. Would
you like to say something to our audiences out there today for this upcoming program and your MasterChef?
Yeah, what I would like to urge everybody, thank you for watching us. I mean, MasterChef Promotion has been going for a few decades. Please support MasterChef Promotion. It's the only one hospitality industry award which has legacy and pedigree, and I've worked in the industry a long time. I was a chef myself, and I won the national title as well. So if you receive an award from MasterChef Promotion, is definitely you will promote your business and have a lot of kudos in the local. And I'd like to thank Ion TV for having me in here. It's been absolutely wonderful. And beyond that, the host has been absolutely amazing. We both go to the same barber. We've got the same hairstyle, and don't get confused next time when he's on. Don't say he's a Roy Sally chef.
I would also request you to make a special request to our next generation, the young generation of the Bangladeshi community, not to derive away from this industry. Please come in. It is a very interesting industry and very rewarding industry.
I will echo what Join Albai say. Is absolutely youngsters. I'm urging everybody. The food industry, people have to eat. So people have to eat. Come out with some ideas. Devise a menu. Come out with a concept. But stay in the food industry. Food industry is so vast. Whatever area you like in the food industry, come there, open business, and thrive and make money. Everybody's hungry and they want to try your delicious food.
Royce Bhai, whenever I drive by anywhere in East London, Central London, out of London, Birmingham, Midlands, where I used to see different kind of shops, clothing shops, other shops, etc. Now I see all these shops are turning into food stores, restaurants, coffee bars. It's like food. It seems like there will come a day that everybody will be eating outside rather than at home. There will come a day we won't have any kitchen.
Right.
That means this is the industry you should be targeting for the future.
You hit it on the nail. Now, 10 years ago, after COVID, you may think that a lot of restaurants and takeaways are closing down. In fact, you've just witnessed it. There's more restaurants and more takeaways open, right? Because, in your family, out of 7 days, I can assure you 4 or 5 days they're buying outside takeaways or going to the restaurant. Same in my family. I mean, it doesn't matter how good the curry is at home, they still want food from outside. So it depends. One day they will get Chinese, one day Italian. So it's multi-cuisine. So more cuisine are coming in to the industry. I mean, 20, 30 years ago, there was only 2 cuisine, Indian and Chinese.
Yes.
And Indian food become one of the nation's #1 dish, which is chicken tikka masala.
Chicken tikka masala.
Robin Cook, former minister, he went to my restaurant. He came to my restaurant in Coventry, Rupali, and he had a chicken tikka masala. And it was in the big article in the paper. Robin Cook, from a former minister, went to Coventry. But what happened was he was at one of the summit in NEC, because we're in Birmingham and Coventry's not too far. And then suddenly we get a phone call and said, look, we got a VIP guest coming to your restaurant. It was like 6:30. We get a call at around 5 o'clock. I said, VIP guest, okay, what do we do? He says, you can't tell who it is. We're not going to say. And we see within about half an hour, there's police everywhere. The whole place was guarded. We got shocked. We didn't know who was coming. Suddenly, Robin Cook walks in, with his entourage, and then it goes. So we had a lot of publicity in our restaurant. A lot of famous people's been to my restaurant, like Paul Rankin from Ready Steady Cook. It's a good friend of mine. I've done an advert with him as well. I did a corn ad, alternative meat eaters. So over my lifetime, I've done quite a lot, and I really enjoyed it anyway. And you can see how passionate about food and hospitality I am, beyond on my other trade. I really, really enjoy the hospitality. And this is why I'm saying to the youngsters, hospitality is such a good industry to be in.
And the future.
And in the future, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, Royce Bhai, for being with us today, coming all the way from Coventry to this special program organized by ION TV. And I can assure you that come the 27th, we hope and pray that it's a grand success.
Thank you.
And I will try, the CEO of the ION TV, to be present on that event as well. So thank you to all for being with us today. It was a very nice and exciting, and some information that we missed out over the years have come throughout from Brother Roy Sally. And hopefully we'll be again back on this program very soon after the event. Thank you very much for being with us. Assalamu alaikum.